Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Glory Hounds, a game I've only done one episode and a quick look of. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io, but if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, then you can go to their Patreon, $3 a month. Granted, the newest version is the publicly available one. It's kind of funny, this is like one of the few games that I only have like 2 months of content. Well, at least for this time slot, not this game specifically, because doing visual novels is hard. And I've been trying to mainline one, but its route is so long. But enough about that. What happened on the last Let's Play? Well, we started the game, which consisted of us trying to thwart a villain and then get, in the main character's backstory, which consists of him being old and single at the age of 25, and it makes me feel old, and then going to a convenience store where this nice old lady is being confronted by a rather pushy insurance salesman. Or so we assume, I don't know. So, let's reset our face. And begin. I peer over the backs of sweets on the shelf to see some sort of fish standing in the doorway. It's a barracuda? It's hard to tell when the lights are turned down so low. Time. The door crashes shut behind him with the ring of the bell and the splintering of wood. It must be kind of strong, or it could be weak wood. I duck, hoping to God he hasn't seen me yet. Ahoy, ma'am. Words on the 7 seas is that ye haven't paid your fees yet. Also, he's a pirate? Fees? Emergency services. Ah, so those large ears of yours ain't just for show. Har har har. Hey, we can see your eyes now. Mr. Byrne lets out an affronted gasp. I don't know if it's because of the insult or whatever the pirate act is supposed to be. That's right, Granny. Fees, protection money, keeping the streets clean doesn't come cheap, you know? There's a debt to be paid, coffers to be filled. I pay my taxes, same as everyone else, thank you. Well, see, this is a new kind of tax. You pay us, and you make sure nothing bad happens to ye. Give it a take. Ye get what I'm saying, madame? Give and take. Oh, give and take. Sometimes it's hard to read when it's abbreviated and stuff. That won't be necessary. This is one of the safest neighborhoods in the city. Har har. Oh, but accidents happen when you least expect them. Like that door, for instance. You don't want that, do ye? Well, neither do I, and neither does Captain Ahab, Scourge of the Saltwater. Is that a threat, dear? The Saltwater Syndicate doesn't make threats, ma'am. It's just a suggestion. I've dated eels less slimy than this guy. Wait, has the main character dated eels? Are you gonna do another backstory? I get as low to the ground as I can, and finally manage to tap the call button. The line beeps, and for a second, I hear my heart pounding in my throat. Hello? I steady my breathing and try to be as quiet as I can as the barracuda continues his shtick. You would think that, they wouldn't be able to hear too well because, maybe fish underwater, but I don't know how much air sounds translate underwater and stuff. Help me, please. Thank you for calling Shippersburg Emergency Services. For matters involving the police, please press 1. Gotta hate that. Fuck. Voice command not recognized. Please refrain from calling emergency services outside of emergencies. Continued misuse will lead to... I close the call, crawling over to the edge of the shelf to peek around the corner. And where do I even have the money? You wouldn't be the last person I would consider giving it to, or you would be. The barracuda grins wildly at her. His teeth are sharp as knives. Yeah, I guess they are pretty sharp, barracudas. He's got her backed up against the counter now. She's clinging onto it for dear life. Then I suppose we'll have to do things the hard way, won't we? Though, granted, I guess you could just take, ramen noodles and shit. I don't know. Like, what else would you take from somebody that doesn't have much money? The barracuda's hand goes where I can't see it. And I hear a click, and then a gasp from Mr. Byrne. Brune? What's with that antique-ass pistol? Next thing I knew, the man's got a pistol pointed straight at her head. It's an old flintlock pistol, like something straight out of a pirate movie. Except it's real, and right in front of me. And probably doesn't fire at blanks. Someone has to do something. I have to do something. Think. Is her name Al? I scan the shelves for anything I can use. Maybe there's something heavy in here. My eyes fall on a large plastic condiments bottle. I was thinking of something metallic, but okay. I try sniffing it to see what's even in it, and I have to hold in a pain sob almost immediately. Oh, you gonna try and blind him? It's sweet, sour, spicy, all at the same time. Are those onions floating in it? What is this unholy concoction? Get it together, Alex. You have to do this. For once in your life, get your shit together. I know that feeling. I get up, grabbing the bottle so tight I can feel my paw getting sweaty. Hey! My voice cracks 5 times, shouting the 3-letter word. Good going, Alex. Very intimidating. And all of a sudden my throat's like, hey, you're reading something. How will you get all dry and shit? Should have had honey. His head snaps in my direction immediately, and right away I feel the semblance of courage I had moments ago drained from my body. You leave that lady alone right this instant. I charge forward, condiment bottle in hand, running on nothing but pure adrenaline and a few bottles of cheap beer. Are you running a rig? Wait, aren't you running a rig? Are you running a rig? What does that even mean? I catch him off guard, and, using whatever force I can muster, I slam the bottle down on the fishbowl helmet. While the soft material it's made out of cushions the blow, the barracuda falls flat on his ass regardless, the cap of the bottle on the ground next to him. He looks up at me, dazed and growling. It'd have been funny if he wasn't carrying a deadly weapon. Ye just made the biggest mistake of your life, Hounds. I'll cleave you to the brisket. If looks could kill, this guy would be hacking me to pieces right now. Which was too bad because now he has a machete. I'm pretty sure that's what he wants to. Either way, it don't change the pirate lingo. I don't change. Wait, I don't change? I don't understand pirate lingo. I swear I can read. Maybe give myself a hot second. He reaches for the gun again. This is it. All I wanted was a pastry, and I didn't even get to eat it. Life's cruel. You could have tried to, get him to not get at the pistol. It was out of his hand. He points the pistol at me. I wince. I close my eyes. I squeeze the bottle. Butter me biscuits. I hear something clatter on the floor. When I pry my eyes open, I have to resist the urge to immediately shut them again. What was in that bottle is now all over the would-be robber's fishbowl helmet, dribbling down into his designer jacket. The smell is absolutely putrid. He rubs at his helmet to clear it, but it just stains his sleeves red. So, I was thinking there was, some kind of magical, here's this force field keeping water inside the thing, but you could probably, push into the water. Is that like a fishbowl? Anyways. Shit. I mean, when I get My hands on ye, you gonna be shark chow, ye mangy dog. I turned to Mr. Byrne. Run! It takes her a moment, but she nods and disappears, sprinting for the door. It doesn't look like a fistbowl. It just looks like some kind of, force field sack of water that could, be malleable and whatnot. Just me and Pirate Pete over here now. Why did I do this again? He's rubbed away most of the sauce in his helmet, but the rest of his clothes are a mess of blood-red stains. Blood-red stains that smell like expired hot dog. I tried kicking the gun away, but he's gone to it before I can even get my foot up. And he's pointing at me again. This is what you get for messing with Ishmael, matey. Karash? I'm so focused on my impending death that I'm completely taken off guard by the sudden sound of glass shattering into a million pieces. A rush of cold air washes over the tiny store. Its intensity only matched by the sound of the booming voice that follows. Damn has come to vanquish the night. Dawn. I swear, I can read. Damn has come to vanquish the night. When I turn my head, the storefront window is busted beyond recognition. Glass shards litter the wooden floor. At the center of the destruction stands a large, hooded masked canine, most likely a Rottweiler. His large, intimidating frame is cloaked in shadow, cape billowing in the wind, wearing a wrestling outfit. I don't know what he's supposed to be wearing, actually. It's somewhere between pro wrestler's getup and a last brick cosplay and a shameless skimpsuit. Is that neoprene? I'm just gonna type it in and look it up later. Neoprene. Some kind of socks. I thought fish who talked like pirates would be the weirdest thing I'd see all day, but the universe just loves proving me wrong. Yeah, don't I know it. Not that I have any right to complain in my current situation. Drop your weapon, evildoer. Who in blazes are ye supposed to be? Pardon, matey, but the convention center is across the street. It's actually 2 blocks down, but you can't always expect accuracy in these kinds of situations. I said, drop your weapon, crook. There's an underlying growl of the canine's voice that makes me shiver. You fucking mind who you're, heed who ye be gavin to, hound, or if it be the plank for ye. I guess it's like, sea talk isn't this guy's natural thing, so it's like, you fucking mind to, ye mind or ye come ye from yer. Also, would these count as moobs? Because I have pecs kind of like these, but I don't have overhang like that. At least not yet. I know exactly who I'm talking to. The canine folds his arms, tilting his head. I can read his expressions pretty well, even with the mask on. A no-good lowlife trying to bully people who can't fight back. I don't think Ahab would be very pleased if news got back you were robbing old ladies for pocket change. He looks at me. Or losing a brawl to Captain Hot Sauce over here. I don't know whether to be grateful or offended. Wasn't much of a brawl, really. What do ye know about Captain Ahab? Enough to know he'd be very, very disappointed. The barracuda's frothing at his very dangerous and fanged mouth, his helmet filling up with bubbles. He aims his gun at the masked man. The canine doesn't flinch, even when he pulls the trigger. The gun makes a strange noise right before something wet and red seeps out of the barrel, dribbling to the floor below, where it lands with a splatter. I wonder what happened if he filled a gun full of like ketchup or something like that and then shot it. Ye gotta be. He smacks the gun against his palm. Shitting me. He tosses it aside, glaring daggers at me. You ruined me pistol. You ruined me pastries. Can we wrap this up, please? I'm a very busy man, you see. Bigger fish to fry, if you catch my drift. The fish redirects his glare at the dog in front of us. To Davy Jones Locker with ye. The guy's pirate act is less consistent than my income. He charges at the masked man, who gracefully dodges, nearly send him flying through what's left of the window. The barracuda turns and pulls a knife from the side of his jacket, all in the same movement. He swiped it at the dog's throat, but the masked man has already ducked, winding up for an uppercut that sends the robber crashing against the rack of gossip magazines next to the door. What's impact is undeniable. The extension leaves the canine winded, panting exertion. Had enough? The barracuda twitches for a moment, then charges at him, as if to answer his question. The dog narrowly avoids another slash of the would-be robber's knife, but not the fist that connects to his stomach right after. Shelves shake when he makes an impact with the floor, bags of chips raining down. Suppose I should be asking you the question. The fish points a knife at the masked man. I want to help him, but my legs have turned to jelly. The crook's eyes narrows as he glares at me. Ye be next. No, you are. The dog rolls onto his back. Villainy 101. Don't gloat until the job's done. He kicks upwards, hitting the fish's hand, and the knife goes flying. Spot! My eyes meet the dog's and understand without him needing to explain. Putting my shoulder forward, I run as fast as I can towards the robber. Oh! I crash into him hard. Light as he is, he goes flying, falling out of the broken window and out onto the cold, wet street outside with a pitiful scream. He staggers to his feet, his once pristine jacket now covered in stains and spots torn in more than a few places. You ain't seen the last of me much. He gives me one final look before running across the street and jumping into the canal. The dog doesn't give chase. The feeling of relief that washes over me, knowing this experience is behind me, is almost euphoric. I did it. I really did it. I made a difference. That's what I thought. Or that's what I thought. The dog turns his attention to me. I brandish the bottle at him out of instinct. It's almost empty at this point. With a quizzical cant of his head, he laughs. It sometimes like, wait, can't? Oh, can't. Loudly. Raising a paw, he takes a step closer. He smells of expensive cologne with hints of lime and ginger. I like it. I'm not gonna hurt you. What's your name? I'm so wound up, I can't even remember my own name. Spot it is. He points to himself with a thumb. I'm known as the Dawn Hound. With a proud grin, he stretches across his face, like I'm supposed to have any idea what he's even talking about. Known by whom? Oh, well, you see. He clears his throat, looking at his feet. For sound effect, but also to clear my throat. I'm still getting the word out there. He goes quiet. I look past him, at the broken window, where people have begun to crowd around. You're not gonna go after him? Rest assured, he'll get what's coming to him. Ahab's men might be a slippery bunch, but they're not the brightest anglerfish in the ocean. He flashes what looks like a very fancy wristwatch at me. If they were, they might notice the trackers. Wait, you slipped a tracker on him? This is some spy shit. Who's this Ahab person? You've never heard of Captain Ahab? Scourge of the Saltwater? Can't say I have. Count yourself lucky. He runs a little crew in the Saltwater District. He puts air quotes around the word crew. They call themselves the Saltwater Syndicate. A gang of thugs, really, but lately they've been getting bolder. And the police? He shakes his head. Can't do anything, I'm afraid. No one knows exactly where his base of operations might be. Every safe house they've busted has been, well, a bust. But that's where I come in. I'm going to... He catches himself. I can't tell you any more than that. Confidential information. Hero things. He says that, but his tail's wagging like crazy. I must be the first to ask about any of this. Say, I couldn't help but notice the logo on your hoodie. You work for Brevard? Regrettably. Don't enjoy your job? Not much of a job, really. I'm just a gopher in repairs? Gopher in repair? I don't know. But it pays the bills. Who knows? If I'm lucky, maybe I'll have paid off my student loans in time for the retirement home. It do be like that. I had no idea the situation at the company was that dire. Huh? He looks away, fidgeting. Nothing. I hear a beep. Something lights up under his hood. I just assume these guys are kind of loaded. Maybe not loaded, but like maybe connected? Because I know there's this guy, the crow from the intro. There's like a beluga whale or something. I don't know. He touches his ear. Then I hear a voice. Police are closing in on position. I suggest making our escape now, sir. The accent sounds kind of foreign. Rus, most likely? Like Russian? If I wasn't confused as hell about everything going on, I'd say it was sexy. Right. Target swam through the net. Over. I'll catch him like Hawk. I'll watch him like Hawk watches her sleeping young. He would not leave my sight. Wasn't expecting anything less from you. Over and out. Gotta go? Much as I love to stay and chat, it was a pleasure meeting you, Spots. You really held your own back there. He extends a paw. I take it and shake it. He's got a really firm grip, but that's to be expected. Alex. My name's Alex. Spot fits you better. You know, 'cause all the... He gestures to my face. Hey! It's like, I'm happy, but I'm also sad, but also big-eyed. Those are big eyes. I swat his hand away, much to his amusement. We lock eyes. There's a goofy grin on his face. I mean, your face looks even weirder, man. He's kind of cute for a guy in a gimp suit. I can hear the police sirens in the distance. I guess the voice on the radio was right. Maybe Merce de Bern called them over. I'll see you around then? I should hope so. I could use a sidekick. Sidekick? Pretty sure I saved your bacon back there, big guy. I poke his belly. He laughs raucously. I don't know. Exactly. Can't think of a better person to fill those shoes. You've got the spots. Now, earn the stripes. Pfft. I'll have to fetch my resume. I'll keep your eye out for it. He pats my shoulder. His paw is so warm. Or maybe I'm just really cold and clammy? Good night, Spot. Night, Dawn Hound. Heh. Feels strange to hear other people call me that. It's a hard name to forget. I wink at him. What I can see of his face turns bright red. I'll be off then. Farewell, citizen. And so my savior turns, cloak swishing in the wind, as he hops out the window and vanishes into the night. Coffee sometime? I'm thinking with, number 1, it didn't seem that long, but, we have gone past that 25-minute mark, and it is a scene change. So I'm guessing that's a good time to call it. So, do superheroes exist in this universe? I don't know. Also, that looks like Wonder Woman, but is this supposed to be Superman here? I can't see any other cameos to any other games in here, but there was that big one in the beginning, where it's Echo and Adastra, But that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. Also, is that supposed to be a television? Kind of looks like a blackboard. Though, I don't know, I guess, TVs these days don't really have much of a border. But it does have that brown thing down here. So, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So, please comment, cause comments, tell me what you liked. Dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please subscribe and check out other videos to help it grow. And please remember to spay your animals to help control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, you can on their Patreon, where it's $5 a month. Sorry, different game. $3 a month. But though, is there a year thing? I mean, we got time to dilly-dally. Glory Hounds. I'm also doing 2 other things. Oh, that's that tab. Guys, let's just check the intro for a hot minute and then go back to that save. Yeah, build 3-1. Because it just seems like a lot right there. Because I wonder if there's a yearly thing. Okay, it's just $3 a month. Yeah. Doesn't seem to be a yearly subscription. I wonder if that's like one of those things where it's transaction fees, so it makes it cheaper if you do it by year. Also, neoprene, known as polycropene, is one of the first synthetic rubber products ever made. Looks like diving suits and shit. Also, I looked up Glory Hounds stuff on E6, and there's only 17 things on it. I mean, I know that when it comes to all the Echo Projects things, this is not particularly, this isn't as new. This is new. It's not old. So you don't tend to hear as much. But though, to be frank, before I went to Shelter, I don't think I heard of the Echo Project at all. Maybe Adastra? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let's see, the oldest thing was an Android hotfix from 2022. So that's about 2 years ago. Was there anything else I was looking at? Oh yeah. Stuff on the E6. So what is happening here? I don't know how this is Glory Hounds. Right here. I don't see any reference or anything. Oh, there's definitely, what's his name? Alex de Rooij? He's got 11 things. So, yeah, spay neuter animals. Check out this game, I guess. It's 26, so I'm 9 years older than him. Yeah, it do be like that. Anyways, until next time, another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix, Glory Hounds. So thanks and see ya.